Hi, welcome to Making All the Plans. I'm Connie, and if we haven't met before, I'm a busy mom of 2 active kids, and both my husband and I have full-time careers. My goal is to share with you how I stay on top of all life throws at me in one planner so that you might be able to do the same. Today we are using the Peaches in Cream sticker set from Freya's Digital Designs, or Freya's Digital Crafts, I think it is. But I really loved these images and how bright and cheerful they were. So I am ready for the warmth and the sunshine, so I'm trying to bring that into my planner. I did also grab a couple washi tapes. Of course, I always have to have washi tape options. I'm not sure what I'm going to use, and both of those are running very low, so I might have to use a combination of the two. We'll see. But I really liked how the Freya's Digital Craft stickers had big backgrounds that I could cut down into squares and make them fit into one single box and then be able to layer things over top of that. I'm really into that look right now, and I like that I can size the boxes to exactly what I need in order to make it fit. And just a little disclaimer before we get into this too far, I am sitting in my car at a soccer game, so the audio may be a little bit off. You may be able to hear background noises, car noises, etc. But I have 20 minutes until I have to get out of the car and go watch my son play soccer. We are on the opposite side of town, otherwise he would have driven himself and I would have come later. But when we are this far away for a tournament and parking is questionable, I do like to go with him so that he doesn't have to stress about parking. Anyway, that being said, I have 20 minutes to try to get this recording in, so let's do it. So I started by putting those boxes into alternating boxes on the bottom 2 rows. And then I realized that I only printed 6 boxes and not 7 boxes, which is odd because there are 7 days of the week, and when I printed them, my plan was to put them in alternating boxes like this, but I just didn't think about 7. I made it fit on the page, and then I put those washi tape strips down as well, and I don't know why, but I didn't think about putting a 7th box in. So because this image covered so much of Monday up, I am going to go ahead and take that off and move it. But then I also realized that if I didn't put a polka dot peach on the left side, that both of those polka dot peaches would be on the right side, and I thought it would feel a little unbalanced. So I did go ahead and take up the box from Tuesday as well, and then I'll put down one of the polka dotted peaches on Tuesday and move that floral over to the right hand side. So while I'm getting this set up, I will also mention that I am changing the order of my videos a little bit this weekend. Today is going to be the planner setup video because I'm not going to have time to record another video and edit it today. I will do that for tomorrow, however. I have been out of town for the last 3 days and I'm about to go out of town again. So I just want to make sure that the content is getting put up. It just may not be getting put up in the order that I like it or necessarily the days that I like it. I was happy to be able to get that Life Admin Day video out on Thursday. If you missed it, I liked it a lot. I really brought in a little bit, maybe a little too much of real life and how life can throw us off track a little bit. But that Life Admin Day or those resets that you do, those are very important to just staying on top of things and preventing that overwhelmed feeling that we all feel from time to time. So now that I have those boxes laid down, I am going to go through and drop in some other decor. I do want to leave those white boxes fairly open because I want to put lines down in order to write my tasks out. So those boxes need to be pretty open so that I have room for those lines. But I do want to drop in as many of these other images as I can because I love them, and I will also drop in some boxes to make some little clusters, but I'm just trying to find those images that will fit well and overlap well with these decorative boxes that I've already laid in as my foundation. It has been a while since I've done a spread where the calendar items are not at the top of the spread, and I think soon I would like to mix that up a little bit. And I think I have a good idea of how to do that, and I'll show you why I come to that conclusion here in just a few minutes. I will bounce around just a little bit, working on the left and right sides so that I try to keep things a little bit more balanced. I do have a favor to ask though. If you have a sticker shop that you love and they have either printable images where I can resize things the way that I want them, or if they are bigger stickers for a big or letter-sized happy planner or, a bigger planner. If you have a sticker shop that you love, please let me know down below. I have tried a few sticker shops where I've ordered stickers and they've mailed them to me, but they're all very small. So they work well in my Hobonichi Cousin or if I used a smaller planner. But since I do use the big size happy planner, I would like to be able to order some printed sticker sheets that are just big enough to fill the space of my planner. I don't like teeny tiny images in this planner. So if you have a shop you'd like to recommend, I'd love for you to list that down below. So as I'm working through my spread, I do want to try to make sure to get at least one more of these girls on the page. Ideally, two more, but with leaving that top row open for my calendar items, I really didn't want to drop in one of the larger girls up there. So I'm really trying to balance it out without it looking too cluttered. I did end up putting the girl in the sidebar towards the top and putting a box underneath her, and I do like how that looks. Then I'm going to grab the date stickers so that I can drop some dates in. And normally I would drop in the dates above the days of the week, but on this particular spread, I decided that I would go ahead and actually put the dates in the top boxes. And I really like how this looks. And this is where I was talking about how I could mix the actual calendar boxes in with the bottom two rows so they wouldn't all be across the top. I hope that makes sense. But I thought that if I put these numbers in whatever box I was going to drop in my agenda items for the day, that would be the signifier that that was the calendar box and it wouldn't get as mingled with everything else. So hopefully I will try that here in the next week or two. But even though I like this layout best, I do feel the need to change things up from time to time. So don't be surprised if I switch to a different weekly layout in the near future. I do like the HB90 layout as well, so I may flip back to that. It is still a vertical weekly style, it just is split up a little bit differently than this vertical weekly. And I did want to drop in May somewhere so that I could just denote when May began and that this was not a different month. I am going to drop this envelope in, and I really debated on whether or not I needed one more grouping on Thursday, but I did decide to just leave the floral image as it was. So now I'm going to go back through and drop in my lines for the week. I do like to put 2 groups of 5 on each weekday and then a solid list of lines on Saturday and Sunday. That way I can break up my to-do list by home or personal, as well as my making all the plans tasks. On the weekend, I do usually treat the weekend as one big long to-do list. So normally I will put my making all the plans tasks on Saturday and all of my home and personal tasks are on Sunday, or I might flip that, but I treat it as one combined task list. So this is the Christian Design stencil and my Muji .38. I have found that it smears less than other pens do when I move my stencil out of the way. So that's why I prefer the Muji over a thicker pen. But I usually use either the 5mm or 6mm spacing. And since those spacings are so tight, a skinnier pen usually works a little bit better. But once I get these lines down, this will be my spread for the week. But I hope that everybody has a great weekend. Again, tomorrow's video will be probably setting up for May, getting my Kanban board all set up. Monday, I will have a plan with me video, and then next week, look for some more May prep videos. Then once May starts, we will get back into getting things checked off of our to-do list, maybe jumping back into that fun planner a little bit. I'll touch base with the Hobonichi cousin, and we'll try to do some other fun things during the month of May. But I hope everybody has a great end to their April, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!